Hello everyone, my name is Vaibhavi Jekia and I'm working with Yaska Learning. Today the topic I'm going to discuss about is the turtle library with Python. So first I'll show you what you can create with this turtle library. As you can see, there are different patterns, different shapes which you can create on your own. Okay, so first, what is Turtle Library? I'll give you brief information about it. Turtle is a pre-installed Python library which helps the users to create pictures and shapes by providing them with a virtual canvas. What's your virtual canvas is basically your drawing book. So the on-screen pen that you'll be seeing for the drawing is called the turtle. And that's how the library name has been given. And basically, Turtle mainly focused to introduce to children in the world of computers, and it gets a feel of how programming with Python will be in a fun and an interactive way. So first, I'll teach you how you have to do it. Before we start with Turtle programming, there are two important things you need to have in order to make this tutorial. First is your Python environment. Make sure that you have your programming environment. You can use applications like Ideally or Jupyter Notebook to program with Turtle. And next is your Python version. Ensure that you have version 3 of Python on your computer. If you don't have, please download it from the Python's link website. Okay, so here is mentioned that Turtle is a special feature of Python and we can easily draw images on the canvas. So before that, here is written we have to import the Turtle module. Then we'll see a separate window where you'll be able to see your output as in you give instructions to your computer. And next we have to create a screen, a method for the turtle in order to move fro and back. So before that, let me tell you what is library. Okay, a library is a set of important functions and methods that you can access in order to make your programming easy. Okay, it's not that you have to write 20 or 30 lines. There are sometimes default things that are already there in your library. So you just have to import it and that's all, and you can further give the main important instructions in order to perform your task. So here is one of your example. Here they are drawing a square shape. So first what they have written, we'll just go through it, the code, and then we'll do it in the Ideally editor. Okay, so the first they have mentioned is import turtle. Yes, you have to give a name. You have to write import turtle. Then next they have created an object, that is your any variable where you'll be using to store information which we can use it further or later in our program. So they have written an object name, that is WN, that is a short form of your window, equals to turtle your library dot screen. As soon as you enter this screen, when you enter it, you'll get a separate window where you'll be able to see your output. Next, if you want your screens any color, that is your background color, you have to write the object name dot bg color and you have to mention the color's name. Here they have written blue. Okay, this is just for your canvas. Now, if you want to teach your turtle how to move further or backward or how to give an angle to your turtle, you have to initialize another variable throughout the program which will refer your turtle. So that is, their object name is my underscore pen. So you can give any other object name whichever you like. is suitable for your program. So they have written my underscore print, they have written equals to, and then you have to ensure that you use your module library name. So they have written turtle. This turtle function is used for your directions and your forward backward. That is your basically your arrow. Next, they have written the code like for forward, left, color, or the pen size. So now we'll also do it in the ideally, so you'll get the clear idea how to work with it. Okay. Let's just go through that. Okay. As you will see that whenever you open your IDLE editor, you'll see this Python 3.8.3 shell. This is the version. Now, as you can see, the minimum version I said that was 3. So that's there in my editor. Next, the first thing you have to do is import turtle. Okay. If you get your next line, it means there is no error. If there is some error, please check to the spelling and you have to write in the small case letter. If you write in the big case letters, they'll give you an error as Python is a case sensitive language. Okay, next I'm giving my object name as wn, writing turtle dot screen. Okay, where you're able to see my separate window, that is my canvas. Now, can you see any arrow here? No. So for that, we have to initialize another variable. Here I'm initializing my variable as t. You can write my underscore pen or any other suitable name for your program. So here is my turtle. Okay, so before that, we'll give a background color. So write wn.bg color, give a name. See, you also get a help section that it is written set or return background color of the turtle screen. So if you sometimes forget the arguments, they help you out so that the error does not come out. Okay, now can you see my background color is blue? Okay, the same way you can put your background color. Next, now I'll give initialize a variable as the turtle dot. Make sure you write the same spelling of each and every function. Okay. As soon as I enter it, can you see a arrow part? Yeah. So this is your turtle. Now you have to teach him how to move forward or backward. Using your variable, you just have to write t dot. For square, you have to first move forward. So I write forward. I write the steps, okay, the distance, how much it should move. So I write 100. Give an enter. Can you see the arrow has moved for like 100 steps? Now I have to change my direction. So if you have to change your direction, for direction you have left or right. Now I want this way, that is the vertical. So I have to write left, t dot left. See, angle is written angle. So for square is basically your 90 degree. Now can you see the arrow has been changed this way. So just you have to repeat the instructions. 100 t dot left to 90 t dot forward 100 t dot left 90 and t dot forward to 100. Okay, now as you can see, we have formed a square. As it was easy, you just had to know what steps. So for moving the direction, you have forward and backward, and for the angles, you have left and right. So as you see that we have completed with the first example. Now we shall move it with the other example. Okay. Okay. So the one of the exercise, first we'll read what we have to do it and then we'll start the coding. It's written, draw a tilted square, add one another. You can experiment with this for other individual squares. Okay, now see, they have given you the output. They have built 3 tilted square. Okay, so the first tilted square is somewhat starting at this point, which could be, this is your 0 degree. So if you move forward, it could be like 20 degree. So first we have to give a left angle, that is 20, and then we have to do the same process again and again. Okay, we'll do it so that you also get to know how we have to move. Start doing it with me again. Okay. Okay. So the first thing you have to write is import turtle. Okay. Write an object turtle dot screen. Okay. Now you get a separate window. Make sure that you learn some of the main default things like screen function, turtle function. The next is, now you saw the object. Okay, so first we have to initialize a variable for your turtle to draw. Okay, yeah, now we got the arrow. Now as I said, your horizontal part would be 0 degree. So if you want an upward point, we'll give as in an angle of 20. Let's see what happens. Okay, it's somewhat crooked. Yeah, that's perfect. Now we can go for the same thing which we did in the previous. Forward 100. Okay, the next is your angle. The same way you have to do it which we did in the previous part. So here is your t dot forward. Just copy paste if you don't want to write it again. Okay, t dot left, that's your 90. Okay, and t dot left, it will move to this way, and then you have to write t dot forward, that's your 100. Okay, now this is your one square that you got it. Now in order to have another tilted square, you have to first give an angle. So first we'll give an angle of more than that, and then we'll start doing it again. Could be like t dot left 30. Okay, first we'll set the t dot left to 90. Okay, yeah, now we can set it as t dot left as 30. Now just write the same things which we have to write it. Forward 100. Now you get the same thing. Once you get to know about the angle, it's very easy, students, for you to complete the further part. Make sure you're familiar with your angles. Okay. Left and right are for your angles. Forward and backward is for your direction, that is your steps. Okay, now can you see we have completed with the two tilde square. So I hopefully now feel that you can complete with one more part. Okay, now as you saw that we started with the 20 degrees. So further for that, we started with 30. Now we are going with 40. And then we started forward 100, C dot left 90, T dot forward 100, T dot left 90, T dot forward 100, and T dot left 90. So T dot forward 100. Sorry, just wait. Okay, now can you see the three tilted squares we just created? We just used the angle and then we're just repeating the steps again and again. Okay, but in Python, you don't have to do this process again and again if you're familiar with the loop part. Okay, in the third, I'll explain you about the loop. How you can do it using your loop. So first, see the output, what you have to create. This is a spiral. It's about 50 spokes that you have to do it. So I have already counted it, is 50. Now, if you started from here in the middle part, you can see that forward you have to go a longer bit. So you can put like something around 250 or 300. The next is, this is your 180. If you want this part that is closed, it could be your angle as 170. So, okay, we'll just try it and then we'll see to it. Okay, the same thing you have to show me, you have to write this as I'm showing you again and again so that you can get familiar with. Okay, now see, they have also given the color. Okay, you can give it if you want to give it, or otherwise, as I taught you about, as I taught you, if you want to give a color, the background color. If you want to give a normal color, that is your font. So it's written as COLOR. Okay, we can do that if you want it. Okay, I'll also teach that how to move further with it. So is a turtle dot screen. Then you just give a variable name, initialize it with turtle dot your turtle function. Okay, so once you do it, you get your arrow. Now you write turtle dot color. Mention the color which you want. So first, black is your shape color. So I'm writing black. Next, if you want to set your arrow color, you can put it in the next format. I'm giving it as orange. You can put any other if you want. Okay. Once you do complete this, see that your arrow has been changed to your orange color. Next, students, now I'll teach you the loop. Okay, loop is what you can use it if you know that the repeated instructions are going to be done again and again. So how you write it, the loop which I'm using is the for loop. So you just have to write first for I, that is your initialization of variable you have to give in range. Range is like how many times you want the same process to be done. Here is written range stop, range object. So I'm giving for 50 times as I have already counted it. So it's 50. After that, you give a colon. Okay. Once you're done with this, as soon as you enter, you'll be letting that you have to write more instructions what you have to repeat it. So I write tur dot forward. Yes, the first thing I want to move forward. So as it was a longer bit, as we saw the output, so we can put it as 250. The next is, as you can see, this was 180 and it was a very less spike, very less difference between two spikes. So we can write it as 170, or you can also write it as 160. Okay, now just see what happens. This will repeat it for like 50 times. Okay, it got ended. So the same output, we just got it. It was just the color we have changed. We used the black color for the lines and the arrow, we took it as orange. Here they took it as orange as your line color. Okay. Hopefully, I think that your turtle library, you're very clear with it. Okay. Thank you very much.